It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. The forecast remains on track for widespread heavy rainfall across portions of East Texas and West Mississippi as thunderstorm complexes track across the region. Averages of 3 to 5 inches of rainfall is forecast for that area, and locally higher amounts are possible, which could suggest numerous instances of flash flooding as the region is very sensitive to additional rainfall. That threat is expected to roll into tomorrow with another moderate risk depicted over southern Mississippi and Alabama, as the environment is ripe for continued thunderstorm development. Closer to home, chance for showers or storms scattered about the area today, but any precipitation is going to be light. Gusty winds and small hail will remain primary concerns. Now, beginning tomorrow, we will enter a warming trend peaking on Sunday. Winds will increase as well as Sunday going forward, making for a very warm to hot and breezy afternoons. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Last night's Village of Tularosa meeting never did come up on the stream, so unfortunately I don't have any meeting audio for you. I did reach out to Mayor Cooksey, and this is what she told me.
We hired a dispatcher because we were one short, so we hired one of those. We have a policeman that accepted the lieutenant's position that will be here the 30th. We have 3 more officers. We're doing the background checks on them right now. These are all certified.
There's also the threat of a lawsuit.
John Green said that he has grounds for a lawsuit for us because it's not clear in our ordinances. There's a couple of things that are not clear, but I told him we're working on our ordinances right now.
Hopefully the next meeting will stream without incident. At last night's Alamogordo Public School Board meeting, students Ashlyn Cass and Sarah Bell addressed the school board with similar statements as they presented here on Crazy Radio yesterday.
Today we are talking about our advisor. We are from FCCLA. We have started a petition to keep Mr. Walter Aluya. As far as we know, he is under a J-1 visa, and we are trying to support him in staying. He has gotten a waiver. We understand you guys are hesitant to sponsor him.
But no official reason has been presented aside from the law must be upheld.
You have heard the word and disobeyed. It is the law. You must come.
However,
all he needs is a valid job offer from a U.S. employer for a role that requires a specialty knowledge.
See AlamogordoTownNews.com if you wish to sign the petition, and you can hear the full audio from the ladies' presentation, as well as my Tuesday conversation with them on the Crazy Radio YouTube channel. During Tuesday night's village trustee meeting in Cloudcroft, 3 of the 4 police officers abruptly resigned. I spoke with trustee Gail McCoy.
We made some changes, and I'm not sure if they were happy with some of those changes.
Trustee Tabitha Foster shared what those changes entailed.
Currently, the current police staff that we have works a 48-hour on shift with 4 days off. And so with that 48 on, most of them were leaving the village at night and not being up here for the full 48 hours.
So no police protection at night. That explains the recent burglaries in Cloudcroft. Also, if the officers were on the schedule but leaving, were they still being paid? Trustee Timothy King.
They were getting paid for those hours. So they were on a 96-hour, 2-week pay period. So I think that depending on how long they would go and stay home, that doesn't equal 96 hours.
When Craig Turner was running for mayor, one of his campaign promises included getting police coverage around the clock. He explained how well these officers, who obviously came and went at their leisure, took to needing to actually work.
Many of them didn't want to go to a full PM schedule and having to work the night shift. In lieu of that, knowing that was coming, we had 3 resignations yesterday.
Mayor Turner explained that he had met with the officers prior to their resignations being tendered.
Yes, they met with me and asked, is there anything that we can do to change this or not go to this schedule? And I did share with them that my mind was pretty much made up. However, if they could come to me before June 1st and share with me alternatives that they thought would ensure that we had 24-hour coverage, that I was open to listening to it and that I would certainly listen. it just did not materialize.
So these 3 officers obviously took their oaths to protect and serve, but only between the hours of 9 to 5. Good riddance, if you ask me. You can hear all these interviews in full on the Crazy Radio YouTube channel. The Tularosa Public Library Summer 2024 reading program is set to take off. I spoke with Linda Vigil.
The theme for the summer program is Adventure Begins at Your Library. It's for ages 6 to 11, and it's from 11 June to 11 July on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Our registration begins on 24 May, but you have to either call the library or come in to see us to register your children. No children by themselves to register. And the goal of the program is to help our children to maintain their current reading level, whatever they've achieved in school. So, the summer slide starts happening.
575-585-2711 or tularosapubliclibrary.org. Well, today is Thursday. Time for an inspirational moment from my good friend, Pastor Lauren Noble.
Good morning, 95.1 listeners. This is Pastor Lauren with our Thursday Thought. Hey, on a positive note, Tuesday made 30 years of recovery for me, so it is possible to stay in recovery from alcohol and drugs long term. But I came across this post the other day on Facebook that made me think, I really should share this. It says, one mistake you should never make in life is to allow yourself to be recruited by someone to hate another person who has not wronged you. Only a fool inherits other people's enemies as a sign of their loyalty. That really struck me because this applies to so many areas of life. I mean, whether it be towards other religions or towards other races or people that we choose to dislike just due to gossip and other areas of life. And I'm just certain that sometimes it's very easy for all of us to get caught up into that. So I thought I would share that with all of us, and let me say a prayer for us. Lord, I do hope that we learn to treat others as you treat us and not as the world tends to treat others, and not get caught up in a cause or to get caught up into disliking somebody due to gossip, but we'll make rational decisions and base our likes and dislikes toward the people against facts that have actually, or crimes that have actually been committed to us. Amen. Until we meet up again on the airwaves, blessings to you.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A Hobbs man who killed his pregnant girlfriend and shot her 2-year-old daughter will spend more than 50 years behind bars. In September of 2021, Stephen Samrith shot and killed his girlfriend with 2 small children at their apartment. Police say one of the children survived, was found with a gunshot wound to the face. Following that shooting, Samrith turned the gun on himself but survived the suicide attempt. He was found guilty of murder, 2 counts of child abuse, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. A Roswell police officer was shot and hurt early yesterday morning. According to the RPD Facebook page, there was a shooting involving multiple officers around 3 a.m. on the north part of town. One officer was shot in the leg and transferred to a hospital for treatment. The suspect in this shooting is dead. Roads in the area were closed as investigators worked the scene, but everything was reopened by 7 a.m. Another lawsuit that accuses Donna Ana County Sheriff Kim Stewart of allegedly harassing, bullying, and intimidating 2 former employees has been filed. This is the 5th civil lawsuit filed against the sheriff this year, which accuses her of similar behavior. I don't know, folks. I'm starting to see a pattern here. The suit, filed jointly by Obed and Perry Marty, a married couple that both held positions as law enforcement officers within the Donna Ana County Sheriff's Office, accuses Sheriff Stewart of violating the Whistleblower Protection Act. The couple is being represented by attorney Amy Orlando. The second round in the fight for information about GPS ankle monitors has started, and District Court are not seeing eye to eye on the new law, and now the Attorney General is filing a new lawsuit about it. The Second Judicial District Court in Albuquerque oversees pretrial services, the ones responsible for GPS ankle monitors for people out of jail awaiting trial. And New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres, who enforces the state's Inspection of Public Records Act, says that multiple news media outlets were denied access to the records, which he says were unlawfully denied, and he wants a judge to step in. The media request was trying to figure out how and when other agencies were notified when someone breaks the rules when out on an ankle monitor. Let's be clear, nobody was requesting location data on suspects, just how one government agency is communicating with another. Torres spoke with KOB.
Just 2 days ago, we witnessed a pretrial detention motion that was filed against an individual who pulled out a gun at the Albuquerque Convention Center and shot a woman in the neck in broad daylight. And thankfully, she survived. Despite apprehending this dangerous individual at the scene of the crime, guess what happened to him? He was placed on GPS. Now, and we are told that that's an effective way of protecting the public and making sure that everyone is safe. How are we going to know that if we don't have access to violation reports related to that defendant?
So what was the total number of GPS violations? No names, just how many people are violating their ankle monitoring rules. The Attorney General says we should be able to see individual violations. Torres has filed a similar lawsuit before and won, but then legislators passed the law we're talking about now. But that was an omnibus crime bill, a last-minute hodgepodge of other bills that party leaders put together behind closed doors. They thought they nailed down this GPS monitoring issue. Senator Joseph Cervantes is involved in crafting what could happen next.
I think we need to quit pointing the finger at one another and trying to hide behind rocks when it comes to crime in Albuquerque. The problem is too serious. The consequences are too grave.
Cervantes is communicating with the governor about whether or not this issue needs to be worked out at the Roundhouse in July during the special session on public safety. Sports and weather are coming up next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 16 games for New Mexico softball today, including Dexter at Cobre, Tularosa at Mesilla Valley Christian. Go Lady Cats. Piedra Vista comes to Alamogordo. Go Lady Tigers. There are 18 games for Mexico baseball today, including Carlsbad at Rio Rancho, Redoso at St. Mike's, and Eunice comes to Tularosa. Go Wildcats. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly sunny skies. There's a 60% chance for showers and storms. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, sunny and warmer tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 76. Low tonight, 54. High tomorrow, 85 degrees. In Cloudcroft, there's an 80% chance for showers and storms today. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight with winds gusting at 20 miles per hour. Sunny and warmer tomorrow with a 20% chance for showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 55. Low tonight of 39. High tomorrow, 63 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.